On1 won 2 games in the solo victory cash cup finals and managed 2 wins in a row, with the third being a third place. How does he do it being a controller player? That is for us to find out in today's video. If you want another VOD review for a pro player, make sure you comment down below which pro player you would like me to VOD review next. And with that being said, let's get right into it. We can see that On1 actually lands up north of the map, just north of Shady Stilts, at this little base right here. He's actually contested in this game that he won, so let's see what he makes of this. His off swarm was pretty much a straight 50-50. He got the gun, he shotgunned them. The off swarm was over in about 10 seconds. This teaches us that if you have an advantage off spawn, however small, On1 had a shotgun that he knew he could hit the shot against the opponent. He used it, he hit the shot, end of off spawn. If you have the advantage, you should just use it and go for it. So On1's looking to camp these rift spots. These rift spots are super strong in solos and duos because you can just get the wrong answer on the machine and it sends you straight up in a rift. It can be used great for rotates. And it looks like while he was on this one, he actually got pushed. Here we are, this is it. By waiting in the bush there, he managed to eliminate this person pretty quickly. He used the element of surprise against them. That shows you don't necessarily have to have the best mechs in the world. He didn't do anything that you guys couldn't do in that fight. I've seen so many pros opting to carry these slap splashes over any other form of heals, bar slurps obviously, just because they give you that effect of running forever. This was On1's second win, guys, by the way. We see he pulls a pretty far zone down in the bottom corner there, and he somehow manages to get a kill on this rotate. I'm gonna guess it's a long range beam, but we will see. He waits for this player to jump and then he hits him a long shot. Then he uses the exploit to try get in. And because the servers are laggy, this is just quite a free kill for him. Well, he got toxic on one there as well. I'd be toxic if I was one of the best control players in the world. Now we reach the part you've all been waiting for, the endgame. On1 managed to have 6 slurps going into the endgame because of that refresh he just got. And he sees it in pull, so he's trying to get into a position where there's not many people. By rotating early, he's getting into a good position. You see how there's not many people around him. He's able to get a really good spot in zone here, so he can look back and spray. Can I remind you, one of the best ways to support me is using code JKC in the Fortnite item shop, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that does that. Back to On1's gameplay. That play was especially interesting because he blocked off the other person's view into zones. They can't spray back, but he can. This is giving him the opportunity to get more refreshes compared to the other players. He actually managed to pull a max zone, which is really interesting because a lot of people claim that to get wins in this, you need to pull really good zones. But so far, all I've seen On1 pull are max zones. He's opting to run some of these rotates rather than a full tarp to conserve some mats. He's just building in spots where he needs to build. And right here, we see him going upwards because that is kind of the direction the zone's pulling. Especially around the Citadel, it's a very terrained area, so you're going to want to find yourself on a higher layer than you would on, let's say, a field. At the end of every rotate, he's looking back in zone to see what he can get, and here he finds a really nice refresh, I think. Someone appears in his box that, you know, On1 don't lose the angels, and he's got plenty of slurps. Sometimes people do just appear in your box and you can't really do anything about it, but the important thing is to hit your shots and not get nervous. He's looking for high ground here. Second moving zone, you should always be looking for high ground if you have mats. Now on 250, I suggest he gets a refresh before looking for high ground, and there we are. He finds a tarp to drop into, and he manages to find a pretty easy elimination here. He's left with only 300 mats again. He gets them on this low player, gets an easy kill, and he is pretty much max mats now. He is absolutely vibing. Now he's looking for high ground. As soon as he gets that massive refresh, he needs to go for height. He's going for high ground. We can see that he easily clears up that elimination on Stacks of Rooney, who is a really good player, by the way. And then he gets high ground just like that with another kill. Now he's on high ground. The important thing is conserving mats, which he has plenty of, so he shouldn't have to do that too much. And just being aware, and he actually lets someone else take high ground off him, but he still has 2 slurps, so he could probably go for it again. We see he's building up nice and slowly, looking for chops on the opponent. And I've no words to describe how good On1 is. Like, this guy had high ground. He's probably about to win the game, but On1 said no. We are taking the high ground off you. We're going to full bully you. Okay, it's all about keeping the pressure up. Once you have high ground, you just have to keep the pressure up. There's 4 people left, I believe. All you have to do is keep pressure up and you should win the game on high ground. If you have the mats, you're vibing. And there we are. The other players do not have much heals left. On one is looking great with heals, 2 exotic start flashes, and 150 in the med mist. This is an easy win for him. This is why he's one of the best controller players in the world. You can learn to be one of the best controller players in the world with this video right here on the screen. Go watch it, it is a banger.